Do you want to capture more high-end remodeling projects? That's the topic we're going to cover in today's video. Thanks for joining me. So, a couple things we want to understand as we get into this topic is, first and foremost, you're going to have to understand high-end clientele. They're going to be different than other clients that you're going to work with. And you have to understand their psychology. You have to understand their reasons for wanting to have work done. You want to understand what it is they expect from the finished product and really get inside their head and their psychology to offer the best deliverable to them overall. See, what you're going to find is that high-end clients are willing to invest significantly in their home remodeling projects, but to target them effectively, you're going to have to do your research. You're going to have to segment your list and your marketing efforts and understand those demographics and the unique needs of those demographics so that your marketing strategies are pinpoint accurate and really communicate to the felt needs of that audience. You have to remember, people buy first based on emotion, and then they validate those decisions with logic. And so we've got to hit those emotional triggers in that segment of the market. So one of the things you may have to do is you may have to rebrand for that upscale market. It might be a necessary thing for you to do. That might be updating your company name, your company logo, the look and feel of your website and marketing materials, and even your overall messaging to reflect that higher end, more luxurious image and feel. And so, moving from handling small projects to focusing on luxury remodeling projects, you're not going to be able to use the same marketing materials and presence that you used previously. One of the things that I'm constantly having to talk to clients about is, if you want to go after higher end projects, you've got to be thinking about things like the quality of images that you're using to show off your work. And if you're not using high definition images with good lighting, good staging, if you're not using good video production, all of those little things are cards you've got to be playing to give you the advantage in that marketplace. You also want to develop premium service offerings. Those service offerings are going to have to reflect quality and exclusivity. You want to customize and personalize your services to meet the specific needs of your affluent clients. And then those pricing strategies are also going to need to be structured so that you're maximizing your profits. You want to enhance your online presence. Make sure that your online presence is strong. Make sure you're sending out the right message. Make sure you're sending out that message on a consistent basis. And it needs to be consistent across all channels. So, if your website is luxurious but your social media is trash, you're going to have a disconnect. So, look at the consistency of your branding efforts across all channels and make sure that there is a consistent user experience on every channel. Are you using high quality visuals on your YouTube channel, on your Facebook channel, your Instagram channel, on your LinkedIn, your Google business profile, and your website? You also want to showcase client testimonials, showcase your high-end past projects. One of the things you really want to be good at is showing off your work. It's something that I emphasize over and over again in our content to you, is you've got to be showcasing your work. You've got to be showing off the best of what you do, and you've got to show it off the best that you can. Good quality photos, good quality videos, high quality lighting in those photos and videos, put your best foot forward in showing off the work that you do. Leverage content marketing. Content marketing is going to play a crucial role in engaging high-end clients, and especially now in this AI-driven environment. There's a concept I want to put in front of you, and that is topical authority. You want to be the topical authority for that high-end client. You want to be the go-to expert on all things high-end remodeling related in your area, so that you are the resource they keep coming back to. You're the resource they keep referring to. You are the trusted expert who is in their ear. You are the one that they've been listening to, watching, reading, and so your content strategy is going to be critical. So focus on creating content that is going to resonate with that audience. Blog about topics that are of interest to those upscale clients. Use videos, use virtual tours to highlight projects that you're doing, projects that you've finished, and other topics of interest. One of the things that's so critical here is really getting to know this audience. What makes them tick? What are their hopes, dreams, fears, wants, desires, all of those things. The better you understand this type of client, the better you're going to be at landing that client, the better you're going to be at speaking their language, at communicating with them. A few social media strategy points for you. Number one, you do want to promote your services on places like Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, which provide high engagement rates. And one of the things I'm going to tell you is be a little bit selective in where you go. You may notice I didn't mention TikTok here. Now, a lot of people use TikTok, but what you're going to find is the more affluent customer tends to be a little busier. They're going to tend to be a little more professional, a little more upscale, and so you're likely going to connect with them a little easier on the three platforms that I mentioned. Again, back to quality in your imagery. Definitely use videos, and short form videos in particular, 50 seconds or less. Reels, shorts are ideal. The algorithms are looking for those. People are absorbing content in these little bite-sized chunks, and so it's a great way for you to get in front of the audience, drive your organic traffic on these platforms. And if you've got some social media influencers in your network, collaborate with them and leverage them in your user-generated content. Do podcasts with them, do interviews with them. Look for those joint venture opportunities where you can collaborate and get in front of their audiences, and use those audiences to your advantage. And that kind of leads us into this next thing, networking and building relationships. So networking is key. Your network and your net worth are correlated together. So as you grow your network, your net worth will also grow. So you want to build relationships with industry partners who can refer high-end clients to you. You want to attend high-end events and exhibitions to connect with those potential clients, and then always position yourself as an industry expert through positive and confident communication when you're in those environments. But always be developing those relationships and looking for opportunities to get in front of other audiences. Personalize your communication so that you are going to resonate with those high-end clients. Utilize email marketing to send out newsletters, to maintain ongoing engagement, to keep people aware of what's going on in your business, your availability, your exclusivity. And let me kind of hammer on that for a minute. Exclusivity means you're in demand, and so you kind of want to put that framework around yourself, and email marketing is a great way to do that. Here's my current availability. If you want to get on my calendar, here's how far we're booked out. Now's the time to get on our calendar and get rolling. Of course, build and showcase your portfolio. One of the things that we do when we build websites for our clients is we always build a showcase page into the website to where we're constantly building out their portfolio so they can show off their work. That's critical. People want to see what you're able to do. They want to see if your work matches up to the kind of work they want done. Because again, we want to excite the imagination of the homeowner. We want them dreaming about the work you do, but we want them dreaming about it in their home. And so the way we do that is we've got to show and tell what you're able to do. We've got to mentally move them into that space. And the way we do that is showing off your work through video and through images. Of course, provide great customer service. Affluent customers are used to those finer touches. That's why they are willing to pay more when they travel for first class and business class, for 5-star hotels. They are used to getting a better level of service. And so you need to be thinking about what type of concierge service are you offering as part of your process. What does that look like? What's the white glove treatment that you are giving to those clients? Those little extra perks that make the service memorable, that bring extra value to the table, that make you stand out from your competition. Be sure and highlight those testimonials and case studies. Always be asking for testimonials. Always be asking for case studies. One of the easiest ways you could do that, when you finish a project, ask the homeowner, can I do a video walkthrough with you so we can just record the finished project and really get your reaction to it at the end. That's a great way to work efficiently. It's a great way to capture their wow factor when that work is done, and to really sell the sizzle so that people want to buy the steak. Emphasize your quality and your attention to detail. That's going to be critical. Those are the things, again, affluent buyers are looking for. The reason they buy luxury vehicles is they like those little attention to detail type things. They're looking for those little extras. They're looking for those things that the average person might overlook but are very meaningful to them. Quality is superior. They're willing to spend more for that quality. This is not a bargain shopper. They're not interested in just function. They're interested in attention to detail and the finer details. And then, of course, explore premium advertising channels. Things like local SEO, social media, pay-per-click ads. You're going to need to spend some extra money to get in front of this audience. And don't be afraid to even get into things like television. Don't be afraid to start sponsoring spots on different programming. There may be some things you have to do to get in front of this audience because they're a little tougher to get in front of. They're busy. They don't spend a lot of wasted time. They are very programmed in the way they live their lives because they have a lot to accomplish. And so for you to get an audience, you're going to have to figure out what's the best way to get in front of those folks. And sometimes you're going to have to spend a little extra money to do that, but the reward will be well worth that extra spend, and you'll get a great return on investment for doing that. If we can help you develop your online marketing strategy, be sure and schedule a strategy session with us, and we look forward to talking with you again soon.